Hey everybody, it's Patrick, checking in to do a video on my little iPod here. So hopefully it's going to be considerably less shaky than the first time that I use this thing. I am hanging out outside and it's fucking gorgeous out. It's probably like 75 right now. It's like 5 p.m. Nobody appears to be home. Laying out on this blanket. Got my cat out on a leash. You can see here, being awesome and fat and eating grass as he does. That is his favorite outdoor leisure activity. Mine is drinking beer and eating sushi and reading and writing and sometimes taking videos of myself on my iPod. So yeah, I just want to check in around a few things life-wise. And I'm trying to get the light so it's not super glaring, but also you can see me. So that might work. So yeah, today is the 19th of April, and so I'm about, I don't know, what is it, 15.5 months on T? Or it might be more. I think so. I think 15 and a half months on T. You can actually see some of my facial fuzz outside a little bit, I think. But I actually just shaved it. I keep doing that thing where, like, it's still pretty sparse and kind of shaggy from Scooby-Doo-ish. So I'll just kind of let it grow out until it gets a little too shaggy-like. And then I'll just actually take a beard trimmer and trim it at the lowest setting possible so it just looks like stubble every day. Why not, right? I feel like that's the best that I can come up with right now. The sideburns are growing in a little bit more, but it's still pretty sparse, and that's what I'm working with. My legs are super hairy. I'm getting, I don't know, I have like a good, let's see, 12 to 20 hairs around my belly, maybe like 5 actual noticeable ones, you know, the darker ones, so clearly my belly is developing some hair, and will continue to do so. I am basically updating to tell you guys about a new thing going on for me hormonally. Basically, if you've watched any of my videos, have been less than thrilled with being, you know, almost 16 months on T and being where I'm at. I have been less than thrilled at 8 months. I've been less than thrilled at 3 months in terms of my progress versus the progress of folks I've seen around me, or you know, on the internet or whatever. And yeah, I do compare myself, so you know, if you have a problem with that, I'm sorry. Everybody does it. A lot of people do it. We're social creatures, and I do. So that being said, you know, I try not to do that, but you know, I think this thing is an art and not a science, and you know, we kind of need each other, and we need each other's stories, and we need to hear, you know, where, this is so cute right now, oh my god, we need to hear, you know, where each other are at, and that's the only way to really gauge this, because this is a new frontier in terms of hormone replacement therapy, and I very much count on you guys, on YouTube videos, on stories, on anecdotes from other folks, because, you know, there's not too much out there in terms of the research, in terms of the medication, in terms of the doctors, you know, like, I feel like I'm working my doctor more than she's, like, working me, if that makes sense, you know, like, hey, I actually had to remind her, she's an endocrinologist, and I had to remind her at one point that I wasn't there for hypothyroidism, that I was there for hormone replacement therapy. I'll drink to that. So, literally, like, so, you know, and I finally just got real with her, and I was like, listen, I'm getting married in May, and I want to look like how I want to look, and this is not, like, working for me, and like, what else can we freaking do? So she ended up putting me on an estronol. I'm going to try to spell that in this video for you. It's an estrogen blocker, basically, because what was happening was my testosterone levels were quite high. Not too high, not to the point where they were converting my my testosterone back to estrogen. They were quite high. Maybe that was happening at one point, but even when they were lower than that, my estrogen levels were still quite high as any typical female. So my estrogen has been working really hard to kind of not be on board with this process. Thus, an estrogen blocker, finally. And I feel like I just started testosterone. Like, my hormones are fucking off the freaking wazoo, crazy. Like, I'm experiencing all of these things that I wasn't ever experiencing before, like just extreme angstiness and moodiness and like, right, Badger? You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. I feel like I just started tea, basically. And I'm already noticing, more things in the past week happen progressively faster than in the past 15 months. Like, not to say that, like, it's hard to explain. I think things are just happening at a faster pace. But also, like, I'm going to go in and get blood work and see what's going on, what's cooking, because that'll be really interesting for me to see. But I did want to kind of update, because I felt like that was pretty important. And, yeah. If anyone out there watching has experience with estrogen blockers, I'd love to hear your anecdotes on that experience. I also, worry about being on a lot of medications or too many medications and worry about my liver and all that. And as I'm drinking a beer, I'll share you one beer. But, I worry about that. And so any hints or tips on that would be helpful, appreciated as well. So I'm going to end here, because I don't even know if this is going to actually upload, and I will catch up with you all later. Bye.